Now I'm going to show you the 3 basic ways of assembling these cupcake cases, or whatever way you want to use them. This is template 1. Now you need 6 of these on whatever card you're using or paper. So this is the way we do it. You can, if you've got a better way of doing it, you do it any way you want. And what I like to do first is cut away all the excess. Just cut it out from around the template. This helps you kind of position onto the paper. We're just going to use ordinary white paper for this one, but you can actually use any coloured papers or two-tone papers or whatever you want. So this one, I could probably get 3 out of this piece of paper, and don't forget you need 6 altogether. So I've got that there, so let me just push that forward a little bit. So let's just stick this down with some masking tape. Now whichever design you choose around the top of what, this is quite a fancy one showing you how to do this. You've got these dotted lines on whichever one you've got, whatever size you've got. That means you can, if you want to, well these you need to crease. This one here, you don't necessarily have to bend this over, you can have it straight up. So it's up to you whether you want to crease here or not, but they put there just to help you. Now what I've got here is just a ruler, and I'm just going to use my embossing tool or any blunt instrument, apart from a hammer, and just give that a little score. This helps it fold when if you crease it like this, it helps it fold exactly where you want it. Now you can cut this out, and again I would do this, make it simpler to cut out because you're discarding this extra piece of paper which gets in the way of everything. So before you cut that out, what I would do first is cut this piece out, because you can leave it in if you want. You've got options. You could have just that wobbly line around the edge, but I've got a little border bit here, as you can see. So first of all, I'm just going to cut this out, and it's good using a scalpel for this, or very small scissors, but I like a scalpel. So just cut through like that, and then using a scalpel, just go around all the lines, cutting this center section out. Don't forget, you don't have to do this. You can leave this bit in if you want, but if you want really fancy ones, then we've given you this option as well. So just follow the lines and cut this center section out. Now all you've got to do is just cut this out carefully all the way around the outside. So there you can see I've completely cut that out. There's your template. Now you can use that for the other 6, or use as many times as you want. Once it's ripped or fallen apart, then you just print another one out and do exactly the same. Now because you've got the crease marks, you can fold these over ready, and I can just see there, I'm just going to fold down gently first of all, and then just press down nice and crisp. And then you've got the bottom bit there that folds over and folds in there like so. So there you've got all those bits there folded over. So do that with all 6 of those ready to glue. Now as you can see, I've cut all 6 of those, I've creased them, and I've also bent them over. One tip here as well, make sure they're all creased and going the right way. It's essential that if you do it with a pattern side, if you fold it the opposite way like that and fold that down that way, then you've got the crease and the flap on that side, so you might have 1 or 2 that are wrong. So when you come to assemble it, you think, oh, what have I done wrong here? Well, that's what you've done wrong. Make sure before you assemble it, all the flaps are folded the right way. In this case, on your side, they're all on the left. You can do it all on the right if you want, but you've got to do either or. Now they're ready to stick together. So if you're doing a bigger one, we do it this way because you get the biggest way out of an A4 sheet of card or paper, and it gives you your biggest case. So all you need is some glue. Now I've got a little bit of a glue here which is really good. It's great for sticking boxes and this kind of craft together. So I'm doing that. I'm doing it on the outside there. Now I can also run round a bead. Now you've got 6 bases on this, which is really good because the bigger it gets, the more stable you want your case to be. So first of all, line that up so it fits over the top there. If anything's not quite lined, don't worry, you can always trim it with a pair of scissors at the end. Try and get it all there, and then lift up your first flap and just stick that along the side there like so. And if you turn it over, you can just jiggle it until it matches perfectly and stick that down. Just hold it in position for a little while, a few seconds, just to keep it in place. There's your first one. Now what I tend to do, because you've got 6, I do 2, 2 and 2, and then I stick those all together. So first of all, stick all your 2s together. So there's all your 2s stuck together there. So if you just remove them, then all you've got to do then is repeat that action with the sticking the 2 2s together to make a 4. So I'm just going to do on that flap, and always do it in the same ways, that way you don't get confused. And as I say, you're getting 6 layers. If you didn't want this, you could almost use one that's a full one and then trim off so it's just a little flap and stick it down. But I like to do it this way because it gives me more stability even. So again, put that one inside there so it fits perfectly. Fold then that in there, and that's your case stuck together. You can see how this is coming together really, really nice. And then a little bit more tricky because you've built up. I'd normally leave that a few seconds to stick together. I've got a little bit more glue on the inside. So you only need a bead around the inside there, gentle bead. And again, this one fits into there like that. Make sure you're getting them the right way. And again, just push that up to there. If they're all joining up and you've cut them all really neatly, they will all look geometric and that. And don't worry if there's a little bit overhanging and that. You can always go around with your scissors later on and just trim them up. Just stick this down at the bottom there. Finally, you've just got one flap to do, and I'm just putting a little bit of glue on there. You can use masking tape if you want, any kind of glue. You want something that's going to hold really well. This is great glue because it holds it, and you've got a little bit of wiggle time to get it in the right position right before it dries. Now there you go, that's finished. Looks fantastic. Now you can do that in any kind of design. That is the basics if you've got the ones, and you can see how that really looks great. If you want to, if you'd crease those, you could fold those back then. So with each design you've got various options, and I think that looks really nice. And if you can see one, where's the one I did? There you go, there's one, similar one there. You can see next to it in a slightly smaller size. This one has been creased, so if you want to fold them down these bits, you can do, like so. And then if you've got your cupcakes, you want to use it as a basket, you can use it as a basket. If you want a hanging basket, a bowl of fruit, you put your Easter eggs in there, you can put Christmas things in there, or you can even put your cupcakes in there, or any kind of cake. So that is your basic. We did that in white, so you can just see the basics there. So you've got those lovely cases. You don't have to use them with the cupcakes, obviously, but that's how you put this template together, where you've got one template, you've got 6 altogether to make up one basket.